Hello. Thank you again. Oh my gosh, I feel so blessed. For those of you who have supported me in whatever way that you possibly could, whether through donation, sharing, or inviting people, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yesterday, when I was making the video to give you an update after my my dental work, my phone overheated, so that's why it dropped out and ended where it did. But it seemed like it dropped off at just the right spot. The crows are flying overhead. So I just wanted to come on and give you some updates and let you know where I'm at. I learned something the other day that I had never known about. Have you ever heard of dental probiotics or oral probiotics? They're specifically for your mouth to repopulate the good bacteria so that the bad bacteria gets overpowered. I'd never even heard of it. So I was like, whoa, the dentist recommended it. So I went online and I was trying to get a little research, and I went on Amazon and I made an order for some oral probiotics. And so those should come in the mail, if not tonight, tomorrow, hopefully. Because I'm pretty excited. I want to see how this works, because some of the reviews that I read said that they went back to their doctor after doing it for 6 months and cavities went away. It helped with gum disease. I don't have gum disease. My gums have just receded away, and the explanation I was given had to do with the whole when the bacteria get on the teeth. Around here, you can see here, I have this discoloration. Well, that's cavities. And when your mouth has one cavity, and I never knew this. I am learning so much from all of this. I never knew that when you have one cavity, it's an invitation for many more to occur, which is why I was saying the other day, if you have any type of dental issues, don't wait. Don't wait till it gets horrible or worse. Don't wait till you lose a tooth or have to have root canals or whatever it is that is extreme. You know, a lot of people will say, like I said yesterday, some people will try to put me down and say, well, there are worse people out there than you. Well, I'm not letting it get to be worse so that I can say that I'm sinking on the ship with everybody else. I'm trying to be proactive. My theory is proactive, not reactive. Because if you don't make an attempt and take action when there's an issue, and I waited too long for this. Unless you take action proactively, you're going to end up in reaction mode. You're going to be trying to fix a bigger problem. And we all know internally when something is wrong, we know. And we know, we beat ourselves up. Our mind is the first thing that goes off on ourselves. Oh my gosh, I should have done something such and such. I knew better, or I had a gut feeling. If you have a gut feeling, trust it. And not reactively, just go, something's coming up. There's a reason this is happening. This couldn't get worse. Most of our dis-ease is going to start in our mouth, is what I'm being reminded. That if you have issues with your teeth, it affects the rest of your body, your whole overall wellness. So it's really important. Your dental hygiene is so important. And I was, taught growing up to always take care of your teeth. I mean, who wants to be walking around with no teeth? It's really sharp. Or if you have to have implants, or you have to have dentures, and then you have these appliances you have to constantly clean and make sure that there's no bacteria in those too. So it's all about proper hygiene. And I'm learning a lot. And so I just want to share as much as I can. And for those of you who have donated, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This here has already cost me over $1,000. I'm really happy with what she's done so far, and I was really blessed to learn that the fillings that I have are the German Voco, I think it's VOCO, Swiss made. They're harder, they're more biocompatible. They don't have any heavy metals in them. They're a combination of what is it, the zirconium and the ceramic. And see, here's the thing, you know, I'm looking around, I'm looking at all these free services, and dental hygiene is a personal thing. Whatever you want to put in your mouth, you know, safer than sorry, evil, better, worse, you have to feel comfortable with what the care you're getting, what you're putting in your mouth, and if you're going to have to go and do something later on down the road. None of us want to have to go and fix something because it's temporary. If we can do it right the first time, then we don't have to go back and clean up the mess afterward, or the fallout, as some would say. Because in this case, there's a lot of places, like I said the other day, it's really important to know this stuff. Share this video just for those who don't understand. Mercury fillings. The amalgam, the patent is owned by the ADA, the American Dentist Association. There's a vested interest in keeping those in this country. They are totally outlawed in most countries, most. And then you know what the standard is in Northern Europe, I learned the other day? It is these types of fillings that I'm talking about, the Voco, this German biocompatible composite of the ceramic and the cubic zirconium. So these two, this is stronger. They know they're not trying to harm their patients or their people. The problem is that if the ADA had to be accountable and responsible for it, that would be like saying, hey, I made a mistake, and then be concerned about what I'm going to have to do to fix the problem now that I've owned up to the mistake. And it's really sad because this stuff is toxic. When you put metal in your mouth, mercury especially, that is your brain health. This is all connected. Don't just accept, you know, what we call piss poor performance, temporary solutions to end up with more health crises and issues down the road. So I was really happy, very grateful that I have a doctor, a dentist, who is knowledgeable, who is kind, compassionate, very loving, very nurturing. I'm really happy with the service I'm getting. Again, I have yet to find any other services out there that have these fillings. So as far as free or reduced price, but I am working on it. I am constantly checking. And I am paying it forward. I will be paying forward more. I mean, this is part of life. I know that what I've done in the past and what I do in the future affects and helps others. And so that's why I say your generosity is so appreciated from my heart. And I want you to know, again, when you pay it forward, it comes back so much more. Today, I really just wanted to do something for the studio. I had said this the other day that the pressure washer was broken, so I ran by the studio with my pressure washer because I was so excited this morning when I was in my morning practice. I was like, I'm gonna go pressure wash today because that'll make me feel good, because I feel really good that my teacher was donating money to me, and I didn't expect it. And I mean, they already take care of me in ways that money could never even cover, in my opinion. But I also, because the studio is my other home, I want to make sure it's taken care of. And that's what we do, right? We want to be in unity with a community that makes us feel at home, accepted, and loved and supported. This is what life is about. And when you got that, I don't know, if you don't have family that's, you feel comfortable with, but you got a community that makes you feel like they're family, that's a blessing, because there in itself, you have people who are accepting you and loving you. And doesn't that feel good? So I was really excited, and I got some pressure washing done today. I got a whole lot more to do. I was really happy with the results. There's something I love to pressure wash. Does that sound weird? I know anybody out there who's into power tools and equipment can totally appreciate where I'm coming from. I like my gadgets. I like my equipment at home. I like my pressure washer. I like my lawnmower. And I take very good care of my stuff. I clean off my pressure washer. I even pressure wash off the areas that are, mucky or dirty, because I don't want it to rust. I don't want it to get old. I want to maintain what I have and take care of it. That's what I feel personally. From the inside out, Doesn't matter if it's old, if you maintain it, it will last a lifetime. And then you can pass it on to someone else. If you take care of yourself, you're inspiring others to want to do the same. How many people out there turn around and look at someone and go, oh my gosh, they look amazing? Well, why do they look amazing? Because they take care of themselves. On the surface, in one way or another, even if they're doing plastic surgery, they're doing something, but if they got your attention, they're trying to, you got to consider whatever it is about them that you admire and it feels like it inspires something in you to want to take better care of yourself. They're doing something right because they got your attention. And so it's your choice. We have a choice every single moment whether or not we're going to show up and take care of ourselves and love ourselves the way we want to be loved. And that's where I know over the years I've been working on being more loving and taking time and nurturing and taking care of me first, because I have a tendency to overcommit and overdo and want to take care of everyone around me and make sure everybody's happy. And as a result of doing that to the extreme, I've built up resentment toward those people, and it was only me I could blame. Until I step back, and of course there will be a little bit of resentment when you've overdone and they've expected and it becomes unappreciated. What ends up happening is you create boundaries, and all of a sudden those people who feel entitled to your behavior will show their colors. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're all growing and everybody's going to step up in one way or another. So I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. If you have ever tried or used dental probiotics, I want to know. And if you do or have, what was your experience? What brand did you use? I will be sharing what I receive in the mail, and I will also share my experience, because first off, I've never even heard of this until now. And I've done a lot of research. I've learned a lot about prebiotics, probiotics. I've been working on healing my gut for years with IBS and gluten, wheat allergies. I have to be hyper vigilant and take care of me when it comes to food and what I put in my mouth and on my skin too, because I know if I don't, nobody else will. That's like my first line of defense is it going to be harmful to my being? And we should always ask ourselves that, whether it's an action or a commitment or a food or whatever it is in life. We have to first ask ourselves, is it going to harm me? Compromise my integrity? Is it going to create more discomfort and disease in me, mentally, emotionally, or physically? That's the most important question you'll ever ask yourself. Most of us don't do it, we just do. Or commit, or yes. Some of us don't want to feel abandoned or rejected, so we immediately say yes, and then later go, oh man, how am I going to do this? I'm overcommitting and under-delivering, or whatever ends up happening. Whatever the pattern is, we're the only ones who can correct and do better. So when you know better, and you have to know yourself first, when you know yourself better, you can take care of yourself better. And that's what I feel like all of this is doing, is reminding myself to come into that space of knowing thyself better, deeper. And I am like going, is that even possible to keep going, diving deeper and deeper? Hey, listen, we're peeling onions layers off always. Sometimes they create tears, but it's all good. So I just wanted to get on here and wrap and just share with you the latest update. I'm super excited. I have not made another appointment yet. I've done 2 phases. I still have 4 more phases to do the rest of my teeth. And again, God, bear witness that I hope that there's enough people willing to support me in the rest of this, because I want to make sure I'm taken care of this way. I received a letter in the mail the other day from the VA. I was hoping to get a referral to the ear, nose, throat doctor so that they would look at the jaw situation I'm dealing with. And unfortunately, this is another kink in the wheel. The letter read that basically instead of having an appointment, they just recommended I continue with my dentist and oral care and use my bite and consult an oral surgeon. Well, there's no consult on that, and I don't have access to that unless I have 100% disability or they recognize my TMJ. So it's almost like kind of kicking you off. And the unfortunate thing is, I need a doctor to look at it. I don't need to go that route. If they're saying that, they're basically admitting that I have a dental issue, but they're not helping me with it. And this is the difficulty with the VA. So I'm gonna have to call my VA healthcare provider and mention that I don't think that's acceptable, and if there's any other way, because the irony is I wouldn't have gone to the doctor if I didn't feel I needed to be seen. So for a doctor, or for the ear, nose, throat people doctors department to say basically just keep up with what you're doing and just use your bite and just consult an oral surgeon, it's almost like saying, oh, you must have just said this for the first time, as if I haven't been doing this for years. And the problem is, I've been having this problem for many years. I've been having this problem since before I got out of the Air Force. This issue that I have with my jaw hasn't gone away, and it hasn't exactly been corrected, and I still suffer with migraines and cervical spine issues, and it travels down my back, and it's a whole connection. I'm gonna have to keep on pushing it. I'm gonna have to go back to the doctor. And that really boils down to my knowing my body and not just being dismissed by an organization or a doctor who doesn't live with this every single day and just goes based on whatever their literature recommends that they do. So if you can donate, I truly appreciate your support. I also appreciate your support with kind words. Invite your friends, share this video, share my fundraiser, whatever it is you think you can do. I am grateful to you. And to those of you who have already donated and have continued to support me, thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate you. I love you all, and I hope that none of you have to deal with this, and if you do, be hyper vigilant and keep going. Don't give up. Take care of you, because there's only one of you. And life is short, so let's live it with quality, not just time. So have a wonderful evening, and I'll keep you updated as we go.